see if I can see chat. All right. Okay. All right. It's on there. So hi, how are you? It's Andrea with Great Expectations Realty, and it's a Friday night. So I am on here. I'm going to warn you ahead of time. At the 30-minute mark, I am going to give away a really cool prize to somebody that can actually answer GER trivia tonight. So I found this really cool prize and I wanted to do a giveaway, so that's what we're doing. But anyway, okay, so GER, by the way, is Great Expectations Realty. So just in case you were wondering. So yeah, have not been doing that many videos. Ocala, I don't know if it's all of Ocala or just us. I'm not really sure. It's been like a year and a half since we did quarantine. And we really, honestly, as a company and everything, we really haven't been hit too hard with COVID. I mean, you know, of course we all have like friends and family and stuff like that maybe have, but I don't know, as like a company, we just really haven't. Well, that changed. Like, I swear, it's like one after another, somebody seems to have COVID right now. So like my personal assistant, it's like the quarantine that's really killing us. So even if it's like a family member, they have to be quarantined. So it's just been a little bit crazy. So we're doing I don't know. Somebody's at the door. I don't know what's going on. I don't know. Somebody's at the door. Like, I'm like, okay, what was that? You need me for anything? No, okay, she's good. It was Amazon, I think. I was just like, who's at the door at Friday? I don't know. Like, anyway, okay, sorry. It was just a little distracting, just slightly. All right, so anyways, but yeah, so my personal assistant and company realtors, they had family members and stuff like that. So it was just kind of, I don't know, it just seemed like one person after. I was like, all of y'all out of my office. Get out. Don't come. Nobody's coming in here. Nobody's sharing anything. Just no. Because I don't have time to even get a cold, much less anything else. So all y'all disperse. So we've been doing everything through Zoom and everything, but it's just like, it seems like we're walking through molasses to get anything done right now. It's just crazy. So thankfully everybody is fine. Pretty much everybody's gotten out of quarantine now, but it's been a rough couple of weeks. So that was kind of a pain in the neck, truthfully. Nobody in my household got anything. But again, it was just like, you know, better safe than sorry, and everybody just, you know, disperse and just covering for each other. At our office, I really, honestly, I'm the broker, but I honestly have no idea what I'm doing. I probably shouldn't share that, but too late. But, you know, I really wasn't sure, you know, let's do a company culture and stuff. No, I had no idea. But there were certain things that I had seen in other companies that I didn't really want to bring into my company. So, like, we don't have disputes over commission. We don't have everybody, like, we talk to each other a little too much, honestly. Every morning there's like, I check in with everyone on a Facebook Messenger thing. We're all on there. If anybody has any questions throughout the day, there's like a, they could just put it up to the group. So it's like this ongoing conversation that we have. Hi, Melinda. So it's really great. And then if one of us gets sick, then the rest of us cover for them. And it's just really major team atmosphere. You can ask all of my agents. It's just, it's like a constant, it's just a lot of fun. It really is a lot of fun. I'm having a little bit too much fun, but anyway, so when one person has, you know, COVID going through their household or whatever, then the rest of us are coming for them. Again, me and my family we didn't have it, so we were kind of helping everyone else, or at least trying to help pick up the slack a little bit. So it was a little bit chaotic the last couple weeks, not gonna lie. But you know, it seems to be leveling off and everybody seems to be getting back into it and stuff. So really happy about that. The other thing I'm super happy about is it's almost fall. Oh my goodness. Oh, I love fall. Mostly I just don't like summer. I know if you're up north, you probably think that's like completely bizarre, but for us, summer is like for us, for you to have like a really harsh winter, I guess. It's just a flipped mentality. because it's like so hot outside. You don't really want to go out and do stuff outside unless it's like, you know, in the water or something. It's just too hot to do much. So it's kind of like, you know, you guys have the harsh winter or whatever. And so you don't want to, if you're up from up north, I don't know. So yeah, Melinda says, yes, fall is the best. Okay. I love fall because that's where, you know, the summertime and the heat and the craziness ends. I mean, it's painful even going to the beach. We don't go to the beach in July. It's like the surface of the sun out there. We leave that for the tourists. Like, we don't. It's just too hot. It's just too uncomfortable. So, we don't do Disney in the summer. We do it all during fall, winter, and spring. It's beautiful weather. Like 9 months out of the year, it's absolutely gorgeous weather. Summer, it's not. It's just hot. It's uncomfortable. It's muggy. It's just nasty. We just stay in the air conditioning. We do air conditioned events. There's not a lot of stuff going on in the community and stuff because it's too hot. We don't like, I mean, good grief. Who wants to go and do something and be sweaty and gross the whole time? It's just not fun. So we do a lot of stuff in the fall. So the book, hold on, there is actually the Ocala Parks and Recreation. They just released their activity guide for September through December. It just came out. I'm going to add it to the description once I'm done with this so you can go in and grab that later. Hi, with all the press about COVID levels in Florida, what or how are citizens reacting? Are they getting vaccinated or are they getting masked? I don't know. I have no idea. I honestly, there's so much information going back and it's just almost gotten political. So I honestly don't know. I know for us, we try and, you know, we've always, like, since it first started, we just try and keep our distance from people as much as we can. Like, we don't, like, sterilize ourselves when we come in the house. We just kind of try and use common sense as much as possible. And I think that's mostly what the state is doing. I mean, from what I understand, they knew there were going to be peaks and stuff like that. And I don't want to turn this into a whole COVID debate. I mean, God, we have heard so much about COVID at this point. We're probably all ready to just puke. It's just so much. It's just so much. But I mean, it is a concern. So, I don't know. I have noticed that there are a lot more, a lot of the signs had come down for masks and now they're starting to go back up and stuff. A large portion in my company are vaccinated. Not everybody, but a large portion of them are. So, I mean, it's up to them if they want to do it or not or whatever. So, I don't know. I just kind of leave it up to them. And I mean, it's not even, I don't consider it my business. If they want to get vaccinated, that's on them. If they don't want to get vaccinated, that's also their decision. I kind of figure it's just personal choice. You know, I mean, who's it going to impact? If I'm vaccinated and they're not, it's going to impact them, not me. So I'm like, it's your choice, your body, do what you want with it. I am a huge fan of, not forcing something on me. I don't want anything forced on me. I think that can go really badly, really quickly. So, I think it should be my personal choice, whether I get vaccinated or not. And that's the same with my kids. They're my kids. You got your own kids. Like, go figure yourself out. Like, I don't want to figure your kids out. That's your problem. I just do mine. So, you know, it could go back and forth all day long. I don't know. But yeah. Melinda says there are large pockets of differing opinions. South Florida is heavy on the masking, but not so much on the vaccinating. I've heard vice versa. Yeah. I think Ocala, we're pretty middle of the road, I guess. It's not like we go up to like Gainesville or Orlando and it's like they're hardcore. Like Gainesville especially, they were seriously hardcore. It was like they actually had something from the city where it was like only 2 people were allowed in a shoe store at a time because of the square footage of the store, and everybody else had to wait outside. And I'm just like, we don't have anything like that in Ocala that I know of. I mean, if you're going for like a COVID shot or something like that, I mean, obviously they're going to be like, y'all wait your turn. You know, medical buildings, there's a little bit different there. But for the most part, we really haven't had anything like that. But it is, I would say it's more of a political issue than a health issue at this point. I mean, who would have foreseen that? But, you know, again, to each their own. I don't know. But I have seen that there's quite a few cases coming through, and I guess that's all over the United States. So, you know, I think I've seen more mask requests and stuff go up at restaurants and businesses and stuff more so lately. At medical buildings, they've always had a mask request up, which quite frankly, anytime I go to the doctor, I'm kind of hoping that everybody wears masks. I don't know what they've got. So that's so bad. I don't know. Like if you go into the hospital, I swear, even past all this, I don't know what those people have. Like, I'll just wear a mask. I'm fine. Like it doesn't even matter if there's a pandemic. They'll be like, you know, and it doesn't matter. I don't know where you've been. Don't breathe my air. Just bad. That's bad. I know. All right. I'm mostly teasing. Okay. I know it is a serious issue, and I do have friends that have passed away, and I was really scared when my family had it, especially my older ones. Yeah, I'm gonna call you out, Grandpa. I mean, seriously, you're in your 80s. What on earth were you doing with COVID? Like, stay away from people. What are you doing? Stop licking the sidewalk. It's not healthy. All right. So yeah, I did want to share, we do have the Ocala Parks and Recreation Activity Guide. We also have, I mean, oh my goodness, there's so much stuff in there. There's so much stuff in there. And a whole, my germophobia has been validated this past year. Okay, true, but I was raised in Texas and I grew up eating dirt. So my immune system is golden. I drink out of the water hose. I mean, yeah, I'm pretty sure I'm good. Yeah, 9 of my family members are COVID positive right now in 3 different states. Yeah, so it's not just Ocala. It is definitely all over. It's actually kind of heartening to know because I'm just seeing it right now. Seeing it right now through ours, and I'm just like, oh, when is this gonna be over? I miss hugs. Like, come on. So, all right. Okay, so yes, at the 30-minute mark, I feel really bad for you guys because I have nothing to do tonight. Like, I'm not cooking tonight and my battery is fully charged. So I really have no end time for this. So it's gonna be bad. It's gonna be bad. You're gonna hear my rambling the whole time. I have no idea. And I actually left work a little bit early to make some notes. This is what happens when I have, you know, a little too much time to prepare. It's not good. It's not good. Do you think the housing prices will drop anytime soon? They went down 1%. Do I think they're going to go down lower than that? Yeah, it might. But I think the interest rates will rise. So I think they rose a little bit. So, because it was at like 2.96 and then 2.89. And then they went up a little bit from there. So I think like 3%. So if you look at it and you're like, should I go ahead and buy a house right now, or should I wait until the house price drops 10,000? And then you look at it and you actually go up like even 1% on your interest rate, you just lost 100 grand. I mean, it's crazy. Not 100 grand, but it's a lot. There's not really. And then what really kills me, excuse me, I promise it's not COVID, it's allergies. Too much and don't drink enough water, dry. But what really kills me is people will sit there and pay rent, and they will pay rent, and they will pay rent, waiting for house prices to come down. Over $1,000 a month. So that's $12,000 a year waiting for house prices to come down. It's just, why would you do that? You could have had $12,000 into your payments, and with house prices going up, that's a lot of money. Like, people that bought a house from me a year ago, 2 years ago, and 3 years ago, they're sitting real pretty right now. The ones that bought a house from me 6 years ago are really doing well. So, I don't know. Let's see. I am presently a homeowner. Good job. I would definitely look into, do the math a little bit. You can play with calculators. I really love the one, Debbie Cowan, she has over at Prime Lending Calculator, mortgage calculator. And you can kind of play around with that, but just check and see on a 30-year mortgage, just play around with the interest rates and you'll see what I'm talking about. It's really amazing what an interest rate will do to your payments. And I mean, it's just crazy. So, woohoo! We got another Jersey in the house. And that's very cool. Okay, so let's all cash. Whoa, even better. Come talk to me. I like cash even better. So if you're doing all cash and you're wanting the best deal, I would probably look at, I would probably look at new construction. I think new construction prices will drop a bit. They went really, really high because they were having a hard time. Having a hard time getting wood from Canada because the borders were closed. And then Texas apparently was one big icicle, and that's where the windows come from. It was not good. It was just, everything was on back order. Right now, appliances are a little iffy just because they need a chip and it's hard to get the chips, the same as for our cars. There's these chips that are made, I guess, in one place only, and they're having a hard time getting them. But I would say probably looking at new construction would be your best bet. And probably those prices will continue to come down a bit because they went really high expecting all of these, basically being gouged for all of the pieces and parts they need in order to put the materials to put the house together. So I would look at the new construction. A good one to look at is D.R. Horton. You can see how their prices will fluctuate. I mean, they're looking at a national, but they're also looking right at their communities here in Ocala. And I have noticed that those have dropped more than 1% recently. So I would probably look at those more so. Definitely. Absolutely. If you're looking to do a house build, that like a custom build, that's actually a really good idea. Is Marion Oaks cheaper than Silver Springs? It depends on what part. These are like the size of a city. These are huge, huge, huge subdivisions. Each one of those are their own zip code. Their own zip code. Like Silver Spring Shores is 34472. That entire zip code is Silver Spring Shores. Marion Oaks is 34473. The whole thing. And it's primarily houses. There are some sections that are older and they're like 2-bedroom and just really old houses, like under 1,000 square feet, like 600 or 700 square feet with a carport. And there's other sections that are brand new and in an HOA. There's so completely different sections and areas. It's not fair to say this area or that. That's like saying, is this zip code better than this zip code? That's a lot of freaking houses. I would look at the areas themselves. So if you take one section that's older in like Marion Oaks and compare it to a newer section in Silver Spring Shores, it's not the same. It's not a fair comparison. Melinda, I forgot, I missed the first comment. Like, your comments only come up for like a split second and then I can like read them and then they disappear. So I missed it. I'm sorry. I'm gabbing too much. Sorry. Feel free to ask again. I got 17 people watching this. I feel so special. Thank you. I don't know if that helps or not. I would say with areas especially, check with the realtor. Like that what exactly you want. Because like if you were saying, oh, I want an inexpensive 2-bedroom house, I'm probably not even going to put you in I would probably put you in like a 55 plus neighborhood if you qualify for that. It really just depends. It depends on your price range. It depends on where you're going to work. It depends on so much stuff aside from just the house and the area. I live about 5 minutes north of Marion Oaks right now. And 2 of my agents live in Marion Oaks, and like Eladi is one of my favorite people. Carlos is awesome too. He's really new, but he was actually a tenant of ours. And then he bought a house through our company and then he decided to get his real estate license and come work with us. I'm like, okay. So he's kind of gone through the stages. So yeah, that's that. But he's over in Marion Oaks, same as Lottie. I lived in Silver Spring Shores. I loved Silver Spring Shores. I lived there for years. I love their community center. You know, they have a heated pool at their community center, and you don't have to, if you're living in like some sections of it, it's included. Like you don't pay anything at all to use this massive heated adult pool. And then the kids pool, there's two. The kids pool is over on the other side by the youth center. Excuse me, they have a fitness center. It's all this stuff free just because you're a resident in Silver Spring Shores. Marion Oaks, they have a huge community center. Can you have a garage sale every weekend if you have an HOA? It depends on the HOA, man. If you're on top of the world, you can have a garage sale any weekend. If you are like in my HOA, it's like $5 a month. It's like nothing. So yeah, you could have one every weekend. It just depends on the HOA. Majority of the time, the more money you pay or the more amenities you have, the more rules you have as well. So yeah, there's that. That's a good rule of thumb, basically. I don't see any questions. So, all right. Are we at the 30-minute? No, we got 9 minutes more. Okay. Because I'm really excited about this thing I found. It's like really cool. I can't wait to give it to somebody. Okay. All right. So I have a list of rules. No, rules. I have our pop-up shops popular in Ocala. I don't even know what that is. So what is it? What's a pop-up shop? How in the world? Work is drying up? No, there's so much work here. You know, man, I just saw like 4 pages of tiny lines of Marion County Schools is hiring like insane amounts. Like, man, you can't even walk a block and there's not some job offering something. Advent Health, if you have anything having to do with healthcare, if it's like billing, administration, anything having to do, Advent Health is hiring like insane amounts. So I would definitely look for them. Amazon, I would contact Amazon because I know they do work. Small business owners gather to sell, line up one place for a few hours. Pop-up shop. I would say probably the downtown market. We basically have that. Oh no, not working general. There's remote work from home. Yeah, long distance work. A lot of companies are trying to get people back in the office. But some companies honestly are like, you know what? We don't need as much office space with these remote workers, so we can get more remote workers and do this. So yeah, but it is, you know, less than like last year. So remote work is definitely drying up a little bit that way. But yeah, the pop-up shops, I'd say it's more organized than anything. We have FAFO, we have the market, the downtown market, which is like anytime, Bellevue, and then we have like flea markets if you want to do that. But like pop-up shops, I'd probably say the downtown market would be more something like that, because it's literally a space for people to come in and sell. So probably that. So yeah, I guess. I don't know if that helps or not. But we do have a lot of like small business vendors. There's a lot of opportunities, more so at the like farmers markets type thing. There's like one every day of the week, depending on what side of town you're on. So, okay. I have for you guys words only an Ocala person will know. So you'll have to tell me if you know any of these. Ben says, I spoke to Lottie and Debbie yesterday. I need to fix one issue. Oh my goodness. You have like the dream team right there. They are amazing. Both of them. Debbie is just so knowledgeable. I think she's been like a mortgage lender for like 20 years. She was with Wells Fargo. Now she's with Prime Lending. She's like, if I have a deal that just is like difficult, it doesn't go through or something, like I'll call her up and she's like amazing. She can fix anything. Is there much available for rentals in 55 plus communities? No. There is some, but not much. There's not many rentals anyway. But 55 plus communities, you know, normally they don't like to rent out there. It's not like an investment type thing. I mean, if you're an investor, is that going to be your first choice? No, probably not. What you're going to end up having is maybe, you know, kids have inherited the house so they can't live in it. So, but they don't want to sell it yet or whatever. So they will rent it out. But there's, you know, there's a lot of rules with the HOA as far as an application. The buyer has to go through, the tenant has to go through an application process through the property management company and then also through the HOA. So, I mean, it does happen. We have a few in property management. We have about 100 and I don't know, about 130, it fluctuates every month. But we have about 130 properties in management in Marion County and some Citrus County. And you didn't miss the stream this time. So, but of those, I think in 55 plus communities, we only have like maybe 3. It's just not that many. Not that many 55 plus rentals. Honestly, the most place you're going to find rentals for them is at the 55 plus communities. They have a cork board and they're just like house for rent. But a lot of times they only want to rent it out for like 3 months or 5 months or 7 months. And during the off season, you can normally get a pretty decent deal if you rent straight from the owner that way. So I don't know, you'll probably do that. But yeah, a lot of the 55 plus communities, they will also have in the rules that it must be at least 3 months or it must be at least 6 months or whatever. So, and you can only rent it so many times through the year and all of this. They absolutely will not do Airbnb in there. Like that's a no-go right there. All right. So words only people in Ocala will know and understand. Okay. So Ocala is how you actually pronounce it. It is an actual town. It's actually a really pretty town. Ocala. Kalesa, we all know Kalesa. It's a big housing development. It was actually named after a tribe of Indians. The Shores. Okay, the Shores. It's not Silver Spring Shores. If we want to make it smaller, we say SSS, so Silver Spring Shores, or the Shores. If you say anything else, you'd be like, the Shores. We all just call it the Shores. And Silver Spring Shores is an entirely different thing from Silver Springs. Silver Springs is completely different. So there's Silver Springs and then Silver Spring Shores, but we call Silver Spring Shores the Shores. Don't ask me who made these rules. Okahumpka is actually a place. And we always mispronounce this. All of us, I've heard everybody would say it. And we always say with a la coochie. Melinda says, I know Kalesa. We say with a la coochie. It's actually with la coochie. It's actually a river. And it actually is the dividing line between Marion County and Citrus County, basically. So with La Coochie River. I actually said it right that time. But we always say with a La Coochie. All right. Micanopy. These are places, I promise you. Dunellen. I keep hearing so many, people come down and they say, how do they say it? Dunellen? I don't know how they say it, but it's Dunellen. It's Dunellen. That's how you say it. All right, Zuber. There's a place on your map near Ocala, like north of Ocala. It has a big word on it that says Zuber. That is a misprint. Zuber does not exist. It doesn't exist. There's nothing there. There's like a gas station. There's like nothing there. It's not there. What do you find the nicer neighborhood? The Shores or Silver Springs? Ooh. Okay, so Silver Springs is basically the beginning of the forest. That's actually the next thing on the list, the forest. We don't say Ocala National Forest. That's a mouthful. We shorten everything. I don't know why, but we do. So we call it the forest. That's a large portion of our county is the forest. So everybody that lives past the Walmart on 40, those are forest people. They live in the forest. This is literally what we say. There's not that much housing out there. I mean, it is a national forest. It's amazing there's any housing out there. There's a lot of mobile homes. Not gonna lie, a lot of mobile homes. But it's just, I mean, it's not acres of forest. It is miles, miles and miles and miles and miles of forest. So heads up on that. Silver Spring Shores, the shores, it's more houses. It's a subdivision. It's a massive, massive subdivision. But it is a subdivision. So, I mean, it's just, again, not comparing at all. It's like living out in the sticks and nature. If you love nature, you're going to love it out there. Or living in a subdivision where it's house after house and everybody's got their quarter acre. Pretty much everybody has a quarter acre in the shores. All right. The WEC, you guys know the WEC, that's the World Equestrian Center. I'm not sure who started calling it the WEC, but it's taken off. So we don't really say the World Equestrian Center much anymore. It's now, I'm going to go over to the WEC. Pub subs are, that's a whole food group. Like, not only will you know what your favorite pub sub is, this is the Forest and the Walmart have me cracking up. We have the Everglades, that's it. Okay, it's the Walmart. You go to the Walmart. I don't know. So, pub sub, you go to Publix. That's pretty much everywhere in the South because Publix started in Florida. Well, it's like in Florida. Okay, so Publix, you go in there. They have a sub shop there right in the deli, and they have the bread baked right there in the bakery. You can find anything in the store and ask them to put it on your pub sub. Did you know that? Yeah, I bet even some of the locals didn't know that, but you can. You can literally be like, I feel like having carrots on my sandwich today. And you can go get some grated carrots and hand them that in the deli, and they have to put it on your sandwich. Just a heads up. All right, now everybody's gonna be like, what else can we put on it? It doesn't matter. If they don't have ketchup or something and you decide you need to have ketchup on your sub, you go over to that aisle, you get a bottle of ketchup, you be like, put this on my sub. They have to do it. It's crazy. Same thing goes if there's like something a package that has like 6 things in it and you're like, I only want 2. They have to give you just the 2. You know, if it's done by Publix, like over in the produce section, or they are not going to force you to buy 6 apples. You get 2. So yeah, I did that recently with cherries. They had a whole bunch of bags of cherries. If I get a big old 2-pound or 3-pound bag of cherries, my family's not going to eat them and then they're going to go bad. So I'm like, can I get like smaller? And he's like, yeah, let's help. You know, so the guy at the produce section, he opens up a bag and he's like, dump in what you want. I'm like, okay, we're good. They don't do that. He says, yeah, be from Jacksonville and lost in the lingo here. You know most of this stuff. Okay, when you go to a restaurant, any restaurant, sit down restaurant, whatever, I think it's Sonny's that started this, but I don't know. It is totally okay for you to ask for a to-go cup for your sweet tea or your ice water, depending. So yeah, that is totally normal. People come to restaurants down here and they're like, you just ask for a to-go cup? Like, that's just so weird. For us, it's hot outside. It's hot outside. Take it with you. Like, we're constantly, literally constantly drinking water down here and sweet tea. Speaking of sweet tea, that's a necessity. See? All right. Speaking of sweet tea, if anybody from up north comes down here and gets an ice cold, unsweet tea and adds a packet of sugar on it, you will be kicked out of the state. That is not sweet tea. That is nasty. That's like, it's all the granules are on the bottom. That's just nasty. That's just, don't do that. Don't do that. You will literally see everybody go, like, just don't do it. It's a serious faux pas. Do not do that. That is blasphemous. Like, you can't do that. That is like a smack in the face to everything that is Southern in every restaurant. And just no, sweet tea is a thing. You can get it half cut. Like, if you don't want it that sweet, you can ask for it half cut. Sweet and low is a no too. Yeah. But half cut is half sweet tea and half unsweet. So, and make sure the unsweet is on the bottom because then all the sugar goes through and it's the proper proper thing. You can even ask, like, even McDonald's knows that. Just be like, I want a sweet tea half cut. There you go. That you can, and that, because so sometimes they make sweet tea that's like, it's almost a solid with how much sugar they put in it. Dude, I can't do it. I cannot do it. But I do like sweet tea once in a while, so I'll get it half cut. So you can ask for that. But do not add a packet of sugar. It's just wrong. All right, something you may hear during hurricane season especially is somebody say, storm's coming. Did you fill your gas tank in your bathtub? We all know what it means. Okay, we all know. That doesn't mean put gas in your bathtub. It's just, we fill our gas tanks because everybody goes crazy and then it's hard to get gas. So we always fill our gas tanks in our car because, again, if the gas tanks are closed or something, it might be difficult to go out later. You don't want to be on empty during a hurricane. And your bathtub full of water so you can flush your toilet in case you don't have electricity and you have a well pump, because if you don't have electric, you're not going to have a well pump. Yep, and expect the bread and milk aisle to be empty. I know, and you know, there's a pretty solid chance you're going to run out of electricity because they do a preemptive strike, I promise you. I didn't have any wind or any storm and the electric went off, and I'm like, nothing is happening. How did I lose electricity? Like, seriously, y'all, I think they do it on purpose just to mess with us. But yeah, so just leave everything in your fridge and your freezer, and there's the test that you can do on the freezer to see if the food is still good or if it's just like just not going to be eaten. You take a cup of water and you freeze it, and then you put a penny on top, and then after the hurricane, when the electricity comes back on, open the freezer, check if the penny's on the bottom of the cup, food's gone. Toss it. You're not going to want to eat it. It's gone. Who knows what happened to it? Just say goodbye. Just a penny test. All right. Peanuts are Cajun or boiled. Period. They're Cajun boiled or boiled. That's how it is. All right. An AC, it's an air conditioner. That's not a suggestion. That's a requirement. Are solar panels used on houses? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I actually know my mother-in-law is thinking about moving into an apartment complex down in the Villages, and they actually have solar panels on the apartment complex to do all of the street lights and exterior lights and stuff. So it's a little more rare to see it on apartment complexes. Is there any other way? Apparently, I don't know. Oranges, by the way, in case you were wondering, those are ripe in December. Okay, it's not a summer thing. So if you're getting oranges in like the summer, that's just weird. But you can go pick oranges. Like here in Marion County, you can pick oranges. Like you won't have a problem getting oranges. Like everybody's like, I got a tree, here's a bag. You know, they're just constantly. Any smaller communities around Ocala? Smaller communities. Hold on, I'm gonna finish this. Football season is an actual season, and college football is just as important, if not more so, as pro football. I had to learn that when I first moved here. I'm all about the pro football, but anyway. But yeah, it is taken very seriously. Football is a thing here. Okay, so I'm from California. What are you doing eating California oranges? What's wrong with you? Florida avocados are big and green and do not make guacamole. The little Haas avocados, the little black ones, those are from California or I don't know, Peru or something. I don't know. Those are not Florida avocados. Florida avocados are amazing. They're like this big, they're huge, and they're green, and you can slice them and put them on sandwiches and stuff like crazy, and they're really, really good, but do not try and make guacamole out of it. They're like really watery and it's just kind of gross. So it's just fresh avocado for that. Put it on salads and sandwiches and stuff. Florida avocados are the best. They really are. And those, I mean, I've got one growing in the yard right now, so those are cool. A smaller community inside Ocala. It's 1,700 square miles. We have a lot of small communities. So if you don't want to do like, oh goodness, if you don't want to do like Silver Spring Shores or Marion Oaks or something like that, there are so many smaller community. I mean, even my neighborhood, it's Ocala Waterway. It's like, you know, way smaller. Thinking of building a house in the area we retire. We're wondering what rural areas we can find land. we have layers of rural. Because some people come down here and they're like, I really want rural. And I'm like, all right, get in the car. And we go driving and we drive some more and we drive some more, and you stop seeing houses half an hour back and you're still driving and you're still in Marion County. And you drive some more, and yeah, Belinda knows, she's been with me on those trips. You just kind of keep driving and you stop seeing even cows at that point. And I'm like, okay, here's the house and there ain't nothing else out there. And you're like, where's the nearest store? Well, there's a Winn-Dixie about an hour that way. That's what we consider rural. That's probably not what you consider rural. So, I mean, we're pretty rural already. There's more cows than anything here. So, you know, I mean, we've got, you know, movie theaters, we've got Starbucks, we've got all in like this one little portion, like right here, but the whole rest of the county, I mean, you can't even see how big this is getting. It's a massive area. It's basically fields and trees and cows. So yeah, so you have to tell me how rural you want to get and how much land you want to get, and I'll be like, I know right where to put you. But just be like, can you recommend a community? What would you like? Do you want to live in a mobile home? Do you want to live in a house? Because one community will be like, you can't have any mobile homes over here. Another one will be like, we don't care. Here, just take the land. It just depends. It depends on your price range. It depends on what you want to build. It depends on how rural you want to get. Good rule of thumb I ask is, how far from a Starbucks, which is what I consider civilization, do you want to be? If you're like, I'm good, I don't need Starbucks, I'm like, okay, all right. How about a grocery store? Because I can get you like 45 minutes from a grocery store. Why do they say you don't want to be single in Ocala? I don't know. I came here single and now I'm married with kids. So I have no idea. I think those are people that are not thrilled with being single anywhere. I'm not really. What are you planning on doing? There is stuff to do. Oh my goodness. Oh, okay. So I have a whole list of stuff that is coming up in Ocala now that it's getting cooler weather. I'm so excited. I'm going to share all that with you. But I'm going to do the giveaway. I got this. Look! It's Ocalaopoly! Ah! Is that not cool? Come on, this is cool. Live in rural fence. So distance isn't a big deal. Oh yeah, y'all get like horse and buggies up there. All right, seriously, look, it's even got the horse right here. I love it. I absolutely love it. Horse capital of the world. Is that not cool? I love it. So we've got Ocalaopoly. And I'm going to give this away. I will literally mail it to the person that can give me the names, first person, because I'm just going to pick the first person that does this. The names of 5 of my real estate agents. I've got like 20, so y'all, like, seriously. So I got just 5 of them. Name off, and no, I do not count another, just my husband. That's cheating. 5 of my real estate agents. If you guys can give me the names, because I have so many of them that have done videos and stuff on my channel, so I figured this was like the best trivia question. So this is for a fan, and you have to be a subscriber to win, because like I want to make sure I have like subscribers, actual people that like watch my channel. So, whoa, everybody got quiet. Come on. Like, they all do videos. They all do videos. All right, so the first person that comes up with 5, you're getting Ocalaopoly. I loved it. I was like, oh my goodness. And it actually has places on here that I have not done videos on. Melinda says, darn it, I need to catch up on videos. Yes, you do. Yep. Okay. But yeah, there's actually a few places on here that I have not actually. There's some of them like Rainbow Springs and Don Garlett's and stuff like that. I've done videos on those, but there's some other ones that I haven't. So I'm like, I have got to go and do those too. So yeah, I've got to get up on my game. So, because it's funny, you guys, you know, will watch my videos and stuff, and I do a lot of videos around town, and then you come here and you're like, okay, well, first off, this place is way bigger than I expected. And second off, it's like, you know, I know portions of it, but like putting those portions from the videos into this combined whole, it's a little different. But all right, well, you guys are probably cheating and going on the YouTube channel right now, I'm going to share with you guys what's coming up in Marion County and Ocala and stuff, because I was pretty excited with all the stuff that's coming up. So tomorrow, because it's a Saturday, there's more stuff that happens on the weekends, obviously. We have live professional wrestling at the Boys and Girls Club of Marion County. The admission is $10. Bell time is 7 p.m. Saturday and Sunday this weekend, the Warhorse Harley Davidson dealership is having a charity event for local Lee Jordan. They're going to have live music. They're going to have Big Lee's barbecue. Sadly, the event I told you guys about before, which is over at the WEC, it has the Ocala Food and Wine Festival. It's sold out. I was actually kind of excited about that. I was hoping to go. It was $75 for admission, but you know, there's one. No, you gotta list 5. I need 5. The Alati is one of them, obviously. All right. But yeah, it was, yeah. So I was kind of hoping to go just cause, you know, I wanted to like see who was all going to be there, but there was a whole slew of people. And yeah, so they got $75 per ticket and they sold out completely. I'm like, whoa. All right. Monday, they've got karaoke and trivia night at Bank Street. So that's downtown on the square. And then of course the downtown market. All right. So that's where they have like the farmers market and crafters and stuff like that every Saturday and Tuesday. But they also do other events and stuff. Sharni, Cindy, Taylor, Eladi, Jeff. Holy smokes, Melinda, you got it. Good job. Thank you. You totally had to look. I know you had to look, but that's okay. I'm still counting it. All right, I'll get with you. Actually, I have your info, so I will get with you to get to Ocalaopoly. Ah! I totally cheated on the first. That's okay. You knew where to find them, so I'm counting that. All right, Melinda, I'm going to send that to you. Technically, Kathy is going to send that to you. All right, but I'll get that out. That is awesome. Yes. I mean, I have 20 agents, and a lot of them, not all of them, but most of them do videos on my channel. So, all right. Anyway, we'll do more. If that was fun, we'll do more trivia. All right. September. Wait, that was August 27th. Is it the 27th? I can't even read my own writing. That's not bad. Okay. August 27th at the downtown market, they're having a Woodstock party from 5 to 9. So they do like these random events. Like I think last time it was like a Flappers like 1920s kind of party. Everybody get dressed up. So this time it's a Woodstock party. So they have like costume contests and they've got food there. And it's just like an evening event. It's just fun. It's just a fun night out, especially if you like costumes because they've got that costume contest too. So, so that's August 20, it looks like 27th. All right. September 11th over at Tuscaloosa Park. So also fairly close to downtown. From 10 p.m. to 2 p.m., they've got their 4th annual Recovery Fest, which is to encourage those recovering from addiction. I don't know about you guys. I don't know what towns you guys are all in, but recovery is seriously to be encouraged. There's a serious drug issue around this world. So, yeah, to have people that are recovering from, you know, from the drug addiction, that's huge. So I definitely wanted to promote that. But it actually is, it's supposed to be like a really, not just encouraging kind of bummer thing. It's actually supposed to be a lot of fun, like kids and all sorts of stuff. So really cool. They make it a celebration. It's a celebration of recovery. I mean, how positive is that? September 18th, there's okay, technically this is in Inglis, but that's still Marion County. Anyway, Macon Bacon Festival. It's a bacon festival, y'all. Bacon festival. Okay, so it's at the Crossroads Lodge. Free parking, free admission. The gates open at 11 a.m. They're going to have the best bacon dish. They're going to have, as a contest, they're going to have live music, kids fun zone, all sorts of stuff. But it's actually a bacon festival. Anyway. And of course we have FAFO coming back. That's probably one of the words I should have put down. FAFO is Fine Arts for Ocala. And it's basically, now that once the weather cools off, so like between September and May, it's the first Friday of every month. They have basically like an art walk. So they have kind of like that pop-up thing. They have like these little tables and booths and stuff like all over downtown, like totally spread out. I'm pretty. Oh my God, that's so exciting. Okay, that's cool. Sign me up. You can have bacon while pregnant, right? Yeah, it's lunch meat you gotta stay away from. Okay, I don't know. It's like, once you're pregnant, you can't eat anything. It's really annoying. Okay, so first Friday of each month, it's from 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. So you can like go and grab a drink and go and have, you know, some food. There's different places and everything's wide open. All the stores and stuff, they all stay open late, and galleries and stuff. Yeah, you're feeling it right about now, right? So that's really fun. And then there was something really cool. My husband doesn't know it yet, but he's totally going. So October 22nd, we have this thing called the Discovery Center. I know I haven't done a video on it yet, but it's it's a science museum basically for kids, okay? But they have like all these different things that they can go do. Like anything from 2 years old to 14-year-olds would probably have a blast there. So we have this thing, it's called the Discovery Center. So they are actually doing an adult date night at the Discovery Center. So I get to go and be a kid basically. But it's $15 per adult, and they're gonna have wine and food and stuff like that. But I thought it was just brilliant. I thought it was great. So I'm obviously gonna go there, and yeah, I'll probably be bringing my video camera with me. So pretty cool on that one. And then each year, I don't think they did it last year, but they do it every year over at the Marion Theater on, let's see, this year it's October 29th and 30th. Over at the Marion Theater, they have the Rocky Horror Picture Show, but it's the actual actors, like, or not the actors, you know, obviously, but like actors that they've got, they do like a shadow cast, and it's like all, I don't know, there's like singing and dancing, so it's like along with the movie, and so you're encouraged to participate. We'll put it that way. I think you can dress up and everything. It's really just absolute mayhem, absolute craziness. But anyway, so if you see tickets go on sale for that and you're anywhere near the vicinity, it's a blast. So definitely do that. October 30th, also the community garden. We have a community garden. I don't know if you've seen it or not. It's over on 40. But that, who is printing right now? Seriously? Somebody's printing. I don't know. It's like I'm like right by the printer. Sorry. All right. October 30th, it's the community garden. But it's the fall replant day. It's 8:30 in the morning till 10:30 in the morning. So is my husband. Yeah, totally my husband. But yeah, so that is going to be over there. Yes, they are doing the Light Up Ocala this year. So yeah, a lot of the stuff is in that activity guide from Ocala Parks. And then December 4th and 5th, 10 a.m. to 4 p.m., the Fort King Landmark, which is basically, they basically recreated the, you're making my camera shake. I don't know what he's doing. The whole table is shaking while he's writing. My camera. Why didn't you just come over and say that? December in Ocala sounds nice. Yes, it definitely is, Linda. It's a lot of fun. But yeah, December 4th and 5th, 10 a.m. to 4 p.m., Fort King Landmark. They're going to have step into the 1800s. They've got like cast iron cooking, live music, bead crafting, and they've got, of course, locals that, you know, do, you know, art and crafts and stuff like that. So they'll have their tents. That's why I was like, I don't know why we would need like a pop-up thing, because there's so many opportunities for small businesses to do these like pop-up tent thing. We constantly have stuff like that available to them. So it's probably just because small businesses are strongly encouraged in Ocala, like strongly encouraged. Like if everywhere was like Ocala, there would be no Etsy. Like it would just, it's like insane how many, like if you do any kind of hobby or something, you're going to have a small table set up somewhere. And they're going to like strongly encourage you to participate in this stuff. But yes, so David has $30 for adults 18 and younger is $15. And it's the Dirty Rotten Scoundrels. Join us for the journey. What am I looking at? August 26th through September 19th. Dirty Rotten Scoundrels. At the Ocala Civic. I'm literally word for word saying what he's telling me. But yeah, it's over at the Ocala Civic Theater. I did not look up to see what was playing at the Ocala Civic Theater. Sorry. So yeah, apparently he realized that I left out a very important part of our community. And so he printed it out and scribbled it down for you guys. So that is there. Yeah. See, he always knows. He always knows. He wasn't here earlier when I was writing all this stuff out. But I mean, seriously, that is a lot of stuff. Holy smokes, like seriously. Like I couldn't even scribble it all in. This is like, that was insane. So, and that's not even all of it. That's not even, it's not even a quarter of all the stuff that's going on. So as soon as it hits fall around here, there's always something to do, a place to go, something for the kids, something for the seniors. They even have stuff for the dogs. They've got dog yoga. Wait, it's stay yoga, sit, stay, or something like that. I don't know. It's yoga that you do with your dogs in the park. Like they have literally something for everybody. So it's just lots of fun, lots of fun. And of course we have all of our parks and we have all of our normal stuff as well, which is like, you know, actually Dave and I are going to go over to, Levy County actually in a couple of weeks. We're going to go and visit the elephants over there and go to this really cool spring over there. There's a lot of springs. It's so beautiful to go swimming in the springs because you can see it like 9 feet deep is like that. I mean, it's so crystal clear. It's almost, it's just, it's indescribable. The water we swim in is probably the water that is, what you're drinking in bottled waters. When it says spring water, natural spring water, yeah, it's probably coming from Ocala. I mean, we've got crystal clear, millions and millions and millions of gallons pump out of even one spring every day. So it's just crazy. So it's just absolutely beautiful, crystal clear water. So to go, you know, snorkeling or swimming or tubing or whatever in it is just really great fun. Plus it's like super chilly all year long. So, and yes, that is also where the manatees come in during the winter months because for them it's warmer water than wherever they came from, so they actually migrate. So pretty soon I'll have some manatees on videos because, you know, going swimming with the manatees is not that big of a deal for us. You can do it every day all year, like during the winter, so, you know, not a big deal. But anyway, all right, any other questions? I'll open it up to any questions and I will stop with the list because this is more of a question answer type thing, right? Everybody's like, good grief, Andrea, it's almost an hour now. What's wrong with you? I don't see any questions. Wait, oh, swimming in natural bodies of water is going to take some time for me. I'm in gator country. Yeah, don't go in gator country. Good grief. That's not a good plan. I know they have, like, if you go out into the forest, there are some bodies of water I would not necessarily swim in. Like, them gators get big so, and hungry. But no, like Rainbow Springs and stuff like that, no. What is the best time of year to visit Ocala? Pretty much anything except summer. Honestly. Summer it's super hot and humid and it's just kind of uncomfortable. So you don't get to, and there's not as much stuff going on because it's uncomfortable outside and we are very much an outdoorsy kind of place. So I would say pretty much fall, winter, spring, all of that. There's a lot of activities during the winter, especially, I mean, of course, it's all during Christmas time and stuff. So if you don't celebrate Christmas, that does make a problem. But yeah, where can I buy an Ocalaopoly? I found this at Walgreens. I saw it. I was like, oh, of course. I love it. So yeah, not now. Yeah, exactly. That it is hot. It is so hot. But yeah, Walgreens in Ocala, they actually sell this. And I was like, I have to. I absolutely have to. So, I mean, I really just loved even looking at what was all on it. It was great. I was like, man, that's even good for video suggestions. So, just all the stuff that you can go and do. So yeah, I was pretty excited about that. My daughter was just not impressed, but that's fine. I'm gonna look and see if they have other opolis. But yeah, it was pretty cool. They got the Ocala National Forest on there for $90, and I missed the changing of the leaves. Yes, but you can go visit that. You can go up and see that up north, you know, take a train ride, enjoy it, and then come back here and enjoy weather that's beautiful a lot longer. Yeah, I have no problem with visiting other places. I love looking at snow from inside with like some hot cocoa and like, you know, like, oh, it's beautiful. Let me take some pictures of you people out there. I don't want to go in. It's cold. It hurts to breathe. I don't like it. Yeah, they have like static electricity up north too, like crazy. We don't really have that down here. It's too much humidity. So, I mean, maybe a little tiny bit during the winter, but really not much. Up there, every time you get out of your car, you get shocked by your car. It's weird. Like, I don't know. I don't like it. I don't like it at all. I like the lack of static electricity, not having to de-salt your car and everything else. Yeah, I don't miss driving in the snow. It's terrifying. Yeah. No. Yeah, no, I don't like that stuff at all. So, no, I'm a Florida girl. It's not even a question. I don't even really have much of an issue with the summer. I mean, we don't get like, here in Ocala, we don't really get like super, super hot. It feels hot and uncomfortable, but it's not like, I don't know, it's not like 110, 115, 100, you know, it's like 95, 98, maybe like the hottest part of summer, you're going to get like 102 or something, but it's not like it is down in like Tampa and further south. That's where they get really into the tropics and stuff. Snow is the reason I want to move. I don't blame you. That stuff is wicked. I don't like it at all. It's not even the snow, it's the ice. And it's just, it's so, and the salt that they put on everything. And you know, those beautiful pictures of the pristine white, yeah, it only stays like that one day. And then you've got like brown, grayish gunk everywhere and slipping and sliding. No, no, not doing it. And then you shoveling that, no, that's a full-time job. And de-icing your car. No. We don't even really, we use our garages as storage, basically. We don't really put our cars in there. Like some bougie people do, but for the most part, we use them for like additional living space or storage. So we'll have like our pool tables set up in there, or maybe like, you know, a man cave with like a bar, like, you know, so that's basically what we use our garages for down here. We don't use them to put our cars. I mean, why? It's not like they're going to get iced over or anything. It's just extra space. So I don't know, but we don't have basements here either. So yeah, you know what you call a basement in Ocala? An indoor pool. So yeah, no, we don't do basements here. We're way too close to like water and on the sea level. You know, we can't do that. It would be constantly trying to get all the humidity and moisture out of it. So it would just basically run a hose. It would be constant. So we don't really have that here. Plus it's in sand. So I mean, no, we don't. But you know, so our basement would be basically our garages, because we don't need a garage to like keep our cars out of the snow, because we don't have snow. It seemed like there's just, I don't know, it's just different, you know, you build for what you have. Like we do tile floors a lot because, you know, sand and humidity and stuff, it's just not that great for solid wood floors, or for carpeting. Nobody down here is a fan of carpeting. Very, very few. I'm going to say very few. We'll go with that. What's the other thing? Another big difference. I don't know. There's a lot of differences. A lot of differences from how we build down here and how you guys build houses up there. You're not going to find very many A-frame houses where it's like, because that's more for like snow. That looks more to me like a solar oven. The hottest part of the house is the roof. That's like right there. So unless you put like solid solar panels on that, that's a bad build for here. We don't get snow that would have to like come off of that. And if 90% of your house is roof, that's basically, you've just essentially made a solar oven of your house. That's just not something we would really build. You'll see a couple of them and it was like, whose idea was that? You know, like that's a bad plan. Totally bad build for down here. It's just not normal. Sorry, I'm like moving my leg and getting all crazy. Okay. Anyway, any other questions, comments? No? Okay. Everybody's like, okay, get off of here so I can go eat dinner. I don't know. You guys have a great night. And if you enjoyed watching these lives, then I will go ahead and do them every Friday night until nobody really wants to see them anymore, and we'll go from there. But I really do like actually talking back and forth with you. I think I had a little bit too much written down. I probably should have I just have to get the conversation started. But I think you guys actually like asking questions more so than anything, right? So, all right, so we're going to, you guys have a great night, and hopefully I will catch you next week. And please don't forget to subscribe to my channel. These are fun and informative. Oh, you're welcome. All right, I'll talk to you guys later. Bye. Aww.